I have light gray walls. I'm on digital. Copy all. Hey, digital folks, if you're just joining us right now, this is maybe a little less exciting than it was just a few moments ago. This is a swiftwater rescue that is in progress in the Pacoima area. The big question is there a victim that needs to be rescued? You can see it's happening right there at the wash. Those freeways that you're seeing are going to be the 5 and the 118. And Laurel Canyon seems to be that major street that you see right there. Now, LA City Fire Department alerted by San Fernando PD that there was somebody in the wash and needed rescuing. LA City Fire pulling out all the stops. 2 helicopters, one of them on the ground waiting to launch in a heartbeat, just in case that rescue does not happen as planned. They actually have extra firefighters ready to basically get into the water. This area, the wash not moving as fast, but definitely still moving pretty quickly out here. And they're saying this is about 2 feet of water, which could be deadly for somebody that may be unconscious. You can see those lines are ready right there, so those firefighters will be able to make their way into the water where all this is happening. This is going to be out over here, and we got a peek in between some overpasses. But you can see the fire department out there. They also have their urban rescue truck here that brings a lot of supplies. Firefighters, these guys are trained for swiftwater rescue. They have their rappel lines attached to the fire truck. And, of course, you've got San Fernando PD looking on. Now, I can kind of poke a little fun at these guys right now, but you have to give the props. They were here before anybody else, and apparently some of them got a little wet, so they actually made their way into the water. Where this victim is, well, that's the big question. There, you just saw one of the helicopters fly by from LA City Fire. One is in the air, one is in the water. But they're saying that that victim may be directly underneath the Laurel Canyon overpass, but there's also a good section of tunnel that takes you underneath the freeway right there. So you've got more firefighters up here on the other side. These were the originals that we saw, but we believe that this is going to be just north of where that victim may be. You can see the water basically moving from top of screen to bottom of screen. And so if that person is somewhere in here, if they let go or start sliding, they're going to make their way down this way, pop out over here. LA City firefighters ready to grab that person, and they've got enough to do that rescue. Hopefully that works. If not, makes that person will make their way a little bit farther down the wash, and then you saw the helicopters ready to spring into action, and also more firefighters also by the sides of the wash. Right now, though, it's difficult to say. If there was a person in there, maybe a homeless person, maybe it was somebody that got washed down the wash and is holding on for dear life in there. Somebody might be saying, Stu, why aren't they just going in there to go get that person? That is something that I've asked myself, to be honest with you. And right now, the only thing I can say is that they're not taking any chances by sending any other firefighters in the way of peril, meaning making their way into that area. If that person is in need of rescue, they know that these firefighters are out here. So right now it's a little bit of a wait and see what goes on, but hopefully there will be no injuries in the end, and the firefighters ready to do that rescue if it happens. Where are we? This is going to be in the Pacoima area, that road that you see right there, Laurel Canyon. The freeways that are in this area, that's going to be the 5 and the 118. They do have Laurel Canyon shut down in both directions while this is going on. My long dramatic pause is me trying to get onto YouTube so I can follow along with you guys. At least if you ask some questions, hopefully I can join in. But now I don't know where my notifications are. There goes that helicopter again. I think we're good right here. Fox 11 News. Maybe I should have done Los Angeles. Subscribe. Hey, Simon Desk, are you still out there? Hey, can you resend that link for the Fox alert so I can follow along? Never mind. Never mind. Cindy got me. A lot of people on the bridge. Which one? Up here? Oh, underneath us. Oh, right there. Yeah. Drawing quite a crowd. Look at this person. Are you wearing PJs, young lady? Oh, no. Those aren't PJs. Anyways. I'm trying to see if my phone connects so I can at least join in on some of the conversation. I know you guys are brutal. They're using us on some other station maybe. So let me see if I can find this. $700 and almost 800 people watching, and I have to watch a commercial. Wonderful. All right, I can skip the ad. All right, everybody, now at least I can read to you what's going on. Javier, I hope this is not true. I don't know what Javier just said, but anyways, we are here. We're keeping an eye on this. We are not SpyCam PayPal you. This is going to be, if anything, this is SkyFOX / SkySnitch. Those are my pronouns. Anyways, we're taking a look and seeing what's going on right here. You got that river moving pretty quickly, and this part is very real. This isn't sarcasm. This isn't an up play or anything like that. It's about 2 feet of water, and you can see that right there. It kind of funnels through, and that is moving very quickly. If somebody gets tossed around in there, possibly knocked unconscious, it could be fatal. So LA City Fire Department here on scene, and they are here in force. They have 1 helicopter on the ground, running, ready to go, and spring into action if that victim makes it past this location. Another one already in the air, just keeping an eye on what's going on, just in case this person, the victim, does get away. They can keep an eye on that person and do that rescue. San Fernando PD, they're here as well. I saw somebody saying they love me, and I love you too. And yes, Sky Snitch, one word, no spaces. At any rate, it is what it is out here. Right now, LA City Fire Department, it all started over here in this area. Reports of somebody in the wash underneath the overpass. You can see the fire department arriving out here. They got heavy rescue out here as well. That's pretty impressive. That is one amazing machine. I got to keep an eye on the other screen because they might be using us here any moment. Don't want to be swinging that camera around. But give me 1 second. The water. I know. I'm following along what he's talking about. All right. Well, now I'm back with you guys. Sorry about that long pause. all the people that probably turned it off, going, hey, this guy's not talking about anything. Anyway, LA City Fire Department, Swiftwater Rescue, they brought out the boat. I forgot what that thing's called. I think it's called a Zodiac. They got it inflated. They got it ready to go. Now the idea is they're going to tether that, make sure that it's safe, and then they're probably just going to let the stream take it downstream. Now they got to figure out what side of the divider they're going to go on. I've seen a lot of the firefighters on the right side of the screen right now. That's where they were looking earlier on. So my guess is when they do load that up, they're going to let that thing go and just kind of let it just make its way through there, and then they can see if there is somebody inside that, underneath that underpass right there, where that water is flowing or not. Now those firefighters, they're prepared to do that rescue if and when need be. Hopefully that victim's still okay and holding on. Other firefighters, well, they're on the other side. They're ready to go. If that person breaks free and the firefighters are unable to hold on to them and do that rescue, then they'll be able to just kind of pluck that person out of the water when they make their way out to the other side. Right now, though, tense situation for sure. First responders, they're playing their A game out here this afternoon. Laurel Canyon right here at the freeway, closed both directions for the first responders. And again, this all started with reports, multiple reports of somebody screaming underneath the overpass in the water, calling for help. San Fernando PD, first guys and gals here on scene, those responders, actually some of them wet, so we know that they were making some sort of effort. LA City Fire responding quickly, bringing the A game, bringing the boom, and literally the boom. They've got the fire truck out here. That is not their, well, actually it is. There you go. There's your urban search and rescue, and then you also have heavy rescue right here. That heavy rescue, an amazing machine. Pretty much everything LA City Fire owns is just the coolest stuff ever. But at any rate, there you go. We're going to watch these guys as they make their way at least out of our sight and into that under the overpass out here in that wash. Fast-moving water for sure. And there you go. You know how to make things happen? Listen to what Stu says. It'll be the opposite. Looks like they're going to start with the left side of the screen, and they're going to make their way in. I don't know what it looks like down there, so I can't really even venture to say if they're going to be able to switch sides or if this pylon makes its way all the way across or how it works. But it looks like the boat actually just got stuck. This is all, you know, problem solving. That's what a lot of these firefighters do. They're constantly dealing with, in this case, a fluid situation, no pun intended, and they always have to figure out how they're going to fix it, and they have to do it quickly because sometimes people's lives are in the balance. Right now, though, a lot of wait and see what goes on. And again, this happening in the Pacoima area. That's going to be Laurel Canyon, the wash right there. It's a tough one because if he comes out the other side, then we'll be on the wrong side. Just got to make a call here, figure out where we're going to go. But you can see now that Zodiac actually in the wash underneath the roadway there. I don't think it's going to come out the other side, but we'll figure this out. And if we'll keep bouncing back and forth. So if they do the rescue and use that boat and bring that victim out the other side, we'll be there for that. And if not, then we'll see it come out this end. But again, they believe somebody in peril in the wash underneath the roadway. And this water really moving out here. And this is the thing. If you guys are local, you'll get what I'm saying. These washes are usually dry. And just the fact that there is this type of water running through here at that speed is a pretty rare sight, or has been a rare sight for the past at least 10 years. So this is kind of showing what the weather changes are going to be creating, or what's happening out here. A lot of these folks probably used to walking back and forth or dealing with an empty wash, and now even though it's not raining, you've got a lot of water flowing through there. LA City Fire Department, they're here on scene. They've got 2 helicopters here. I'm going to make that move, and that's probably going to create a rescue because I won't be looking. But they got 2 of them. That's one that's hovering right there. We're not on the wrong side. You just can't see it. We're on the correct side, but the side where the rescue is going to be the other side. That door is open. They've got rescuers booted and suited, just ready to go. They're just going to pop out there. If that victim starts coming down the wash, these guys are going to do the rappel. They're going to go ahead and rescue that person. If that doesn't work, you've got firefighters even farther down the way, and then you've got a number of spectators out here. That's going to be on Paxton Street. That one seems to still be open, but this seems to be where all the residents are basically doing what is going on down there. I wonder if they know about the Fox app, because if they were, they'd at least have some idea what's going on. If somebody knows somebody down there, give them a heads up. They could be watching this. At least get a different view, maybe even see themselves on television. Ha ha. Anyways, we're going to keep an eye on what's going on out here. This is a very serious situation. Apparently somebody in trouble in the wash underneath the roadway. But with this number of LA City firefighters out here, I find it hard to believe that that person is going to have any injuries at all, unless these injuries were already sustained before he got into that water. But you can see that water moving pretty quickly. We'll play with the camera, do some camera magic right there. But you can see firefighters. You can also see some of the San Fernando PD guys still here on scene. They're just kind of looking in underneath there the best they can. But this is a long throw from here to there on the other side. Can't even. I could imagine exactly how far it is. Actually, since we have a moment, let's play with some of the SkyFOX toys right now, because I am curious. Let me get rid of this because you don't need to see that. Now let me push this button. Now you can see that. And now let me grab this button, and hopefully I can just do. Oh, it didn't go. It didn't go. Let me see if I can pick it up. Hang on. That's. All right, so that stayed. So we're talking, well, up. I don't know, what was that, like 500 feet? Something like that, maybe more? Let me see if I can lock this down. Let me try this one more time. Yeah, that's almost 700 feet worth of travel underneath the, from where the two fire trucks are. So that's quite a distance. For that anybody to travel in that kind of water, especially if it's, you've been knocked off your feet. I'm going to work with Olivier. He's at the tiller today. Oh wait, they put down some more lines. I'm wondering I wonder if the boat's going to come through. I wish I had a scanner and I would know these things. Somebody says something about wishing. Pineapple on pizza, I'm against it, guys. Against it. Thank you, AJ Benz. I see somebody trying to explain my nickname to somebody. The computer enthusiast has come up with an idea. Well, where would this truck be? Where are we going to get that tractor? How are we going to get that tractor here? Let's get that tractor here. Hey. This whole, come on, let's be nice. This is my home. There is a homeless camp nearby, and I don't know if that is connected. Clearly, that was something that went through everybody's mind right out the box, was possibility of that this is a homeless person, but maybe that homeless person was the one who initially called 911. We just don't know right now. I don't know where the description of young man came from, but that's the way that victim has been described several times already, a young man needing help. So we'll see what this person looks like if and when that rescue takes place. But you can see right there, LA City Fire Department. I made this comment before, and people get it all twisted. So let's try this one more time. Every time they're on something where they have to come up with a game plan, work together to do a rescue, it can be a training exercise. Meaning, just because this isn't officially a training exercise doesn't mean that they're not putting their training into play and that they're coming up with new ways to do things. So next time when this is a wash completely filled with water and there's people trapped for whatever reason, maybe multiple people, these firefighters at least had the experience to say, well, we've done it this way before, that worked, that this didn't work. So every time they're on a exercise or every time they're on a rescue, it is a learning experience where they pick up ideas, they see what works, they see what doesn't work, and then they can use that information for the next time. Right now, though, we're still kind of a wait-and-see type of situation. Some of these firefighters probably been here longer than you've been online, and I would venture to say you guys are sitting down, laying down, hanging out, watching this. These guys are poised and ready. They're standing ready, and a lot of them are actually towing some lines, as it would be. You can see some of those firefighters right there working to pull those lines, maybe to get that boat back. So these guys definitely working this afternoon. We're just kind of sitting here watching. But right now, we do know that there is at least one Zodiac boat on the left side of that canal. You see that it's got a split right there. And they see if they're coming out or going back in. But definitely firefighters working to find out if there is somebody in that underpass where the wash goes. And if there is, that person will be rescued. If not, well, a lot of questions are going to be asked about how they got to this point. But right now, LA City Fire Department poised and ready to do a rescue, need be. They have 2 helicopters in the air. One is circling, one is hovering right there. And this one actually has firefighters ready to deploy out of that aircraft in a heartbeat to do a rescue if that situation arrives. And right now, also, we've been talking about that victim. But, you know, a firefighter could lose his footing as well. An officer might lose their footing as well. So right now they are ready to do a rescue if need be. It's the safety for the safety for the safety. And that's what these guys do. Life is the most valuable and the most important. And after that comes property. And these guys are the professionals, and they know how to save and rescue anybody and everything. All right, I see the boat coming back out, so I don't see, yeah, sure, if you want. I don't see anybody in there, but it gives you an idea, though, how fast that water is moving. And it's really moving along at a good clip, that is for sure. Pardon me? What was that, Melissa? Really? Okay. So there is somebody that has been rescued, and apparently that that firefighter is covering that person. So let's take a peek and see what we can do. Oh, I do see hands. Thank you, Melissa. Also, information I could have used a few minutes ago. Just playing. So they did do a rescue. They did pull somebody out. And like I said, I don't have a scanner in here today. But definitely it does look like a young man. A young man somehow got into that wash today. And thank goodness somebody heard his cries. This could have ended very, very poorly. But really gives you an idea what that guy must have been holding on to. Look at the water just ripping by that little boat. This is, I'm very, very, very happy to see this. You have no idea. I hope this person changes, this creates a situation where he rethinks some of his decision-making processes. I don't know how he wound up in that wash and in that water, but hopefully that will never happen again. A little caution. Huh? Got their pulley system all set up. Look at that. Block and tackle. Right there. I wonder why they don't use electric motors. It's probably better just to do it by hand. There's got to be a reason. And if anybody from LA City Fire, or somebody knows somebody from LA City Fire, and you ask them, I would love to hear that answer. But if I had to venture to guess, it's probably just safer to do it by hand and not have a motor, because a motor won't be able to feel the tension, and it might break a line or injure somebody. I think that would be the only reason why they would do it that way. But I do want to see this person get out of the boat, and I do want to see this this young man on land before we bring this to an end. I would also imagine this water to be a little cold. That's LA City Fire Department's heavy rescue. This truck is really amazing. It is not just a big tow truck. The tools and the equipment and the things that truck can do is amazing. It is boundless. And of course, right next to that, you've got one of the many urban search and rescue vehicles. This one's 88s. I believe that's out of Sepulveda, off of Sepulveda Boulevard near the 405. So that one came out over to this location to help. That also is basically a rolling hardware store amongst many other things that vehicle is. So right now you can see they're starting to move that boat again. Apparently whatever they had to do with the block and tackle, they have corrected it. And now they're pulling them closer to the shore where the rescuers are. But again, they did pull one young man out from underneath the overpass this afternoon, or late morning, early afternoon. And that's heat right there. Yeah, just keep coming around, Oliver. Thank you. Yeah, perfect. And getting him to a location where they can safely get him out of the boat. And I'm sure he is tired, exhausted, and probably unable to keep his footing. But wow. Wow. That's all I got to say. Yeah, we're still getting a little heat. I know it must be windy out there. There you go. I don't think he wants to stay in the shade. I'm pretty sure he wants to stay out in the sun. There you go, buddy. He looks cold. Wow. Well, there you go. Just a little pedal turn, just a little pedal turn. Yeah, get that heat gone, get that heat gone. There you go, there you go. With his Edgar haircut. There you go. Simon Das checking in. Rescue has been rescued.